Hey, how you doing? The NFL FreeAgency kicks off today at 4 p.m. Eastern, so I'm excited. Last year, obviously the Eagles made a bunch of moves on free agency. I don't necessarily expect that this year for a couple of reasons. The nature of last year's free agency, the post-lockout, there were more guys on the market last year because of that, and also the Eagles had a lot of cap room and a lot more needs to fill. This year they don't have quite as many needs. They really don't have. They only have one or two that they'll probably address in the free agency. Most of their moves this free agency, I think, will probably be addressing their own free agents, whether re-signing or like a sign and trade or just letting guys go, that type of thing. But I do expect them to make one or two, maybe three moves. Yesterday, there were some reports that they're almost definitely going to sign Dan Connor, linebacker. I like Dan Connor. I saw him play a lot at Penn State. He's a really good player, good run stopper. So if they do take Connor, or if they do sign Connor, that'd be nice. You could probably, I would assume that they would plug him in at the middle. And then, unless they draft somebody else, you would probably be looking at a linebacker core of Connor, Chaney, and Brian Roll, and then with on nickel and other situations, you would have Casey Matthews and Keenan Clayton. That's probably what I'm assuming they're going for. They might still draft somebody in the first round or early in the draft, which I still think they should. But if they do sign Connor, that'd be a really nice signing. Another guy, my favorite free agent linebacker is Curtis Lofton from the Falcons. He went through Oklahoma. I love Lofton. He's a great run stopper. He's big. He's athletic. So he'd be great. That's who I would like to see them sign. Frankly, I would like to see him sign if they could. I know I think they have about $20 million free to spend. I think that's after the Deshaun Jackson franchise tag. I'm not positive about that. I'm not pretty sure, but they should have. Probably will have the money to sign both Connor and Lofton if they wanted to. They probably wouldn't be able to do much else then. But if they could, if you brought in Lofton and Connor, you're taking a not great linebacking core into a really good one. Or if you signed one of those guys and then drafted a guy in the first round like Hightower or Kuechly or somebody like that, then you're really improving. So that's what I like. I'm also expecting them to trade Asante Samuel. I don't know if they'll do that early in this period or if they'll wait till draft day. I'm not sure. Something tells me that they won't wait until draft day just because I think that they definitely want to trade him and they might not want to risk waiting, I guess. Maybe they know exactly what they need or what picks or what team wants him and they might just deal him away as soon as they can. So that's something to look for. And then the other couple of things to look for are just what they do with their own free agents. Deshaun Jackson, they already tagged him. Will they re-sign him to a long-term deal? Will they trade him? Will he just sign the tender and then that'll be it and he'll just play out this year? That's a question. Me personally, I want them to re-sign him long-term. So we'll see what they do there. And then probably their two other biggest free agents are guard Evan Mathis. I'm assuming that they'll re-sign him. You know, he played great last year, so I'm just assuming that they'll re-sign him. If they don't, and he goes to another team, then who knows? Then you have a void at guard. They would probably have to sign somebody or draft somebody early to come in and fill that spot. I don't know if they want to use an early pick on an offensive lineman with some of the needs that they have on defense. But we'll see. They do have some guys on their roster that could fill in. Julian Vandervelde, they drafted him last year from Iowa. I'm pretty sure that they like him. Maybe he could fill in. But I do expect them to re-sign Mathis, and I think they should. And then there's a couple of defensive linemen, Derek Landry and Trevor Laws. So they'll probably re-sign both of them, or at least one of them. They should. They both play pretty well. And that keep in mind that Colin Jenkins is coming back. They already redid his deal, and then Mike Patterson, he is coming off the brain surgery, but I think he should be ready to go. So those two will probably be your two starters again, but then there's not much depth behind them. So whether they want to re-sign Landry, say, and then draft somebody, or re-sign Landry and Laws, who knows what they're going to do, but they definitely need to address that. And they do have Antonio Dixon. Forgot about him. They just he got injured, and I believe I think the 49ers game last year, I want to say, one of the early games, I think he tore one of the muscles in his arm when he was out for the year. And he was playing really well to them. I really like Dixon. He's a really big tackle, and he's a good run stopper. Could have been one of the reasons why they struggled early, because I think they were counting on him to be that run stopper guy. So they put a second-round tender on him. So I think that only costs like $2 million. And then if a team matches that offer, if the Eagles don't match that, then the Eagles would get a second-round pick. So either way, whether we get Dixon back or we get the second, I'm happy. You could get a good defensive tackle in the second round if Dixon does leave. And if, like I said, as long as Dixon's healthy, he's a really good player, so I'd be fine with bringing him back. So that's the early report on free agency. Starts later today, like I said, so I'm excited for it. Who really knows what's going to happen, though, right? I mean, last year was fairly unexpected. With some of the things that happened. So who knows? But I'm certainly looking forward to it. I think that this little period here is crucial for the Eagles from now until the draft. I think that if they make just some of the moves they need to make, I think that they could definitely be the best team in the NFC, be top 3 in the NFC, and really contend. You know, definitely have the talent and in the right places to have an 11-5, 12-4 year, 13-3 maybe even. They just got to fill in a few spots on the roster, on the depth chart. But they're close. That's why this is just a crucial month and a half about here. So thanks for watching. Whenever they start making their moves, I'll make videos to say what I think about those moves. Hopefully maybe sign Chris Lofton, sign Dan Connor, draft, have a nice, well, that's not for about a month. Trade Asante Samuel, maybe they get a second and a safety for him or something, who knows. That might be wishful thinking, but so I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, see you next time.